If you're already paying for HighLevel, you've got the account, the login, maybe even a few snapshots installed. But what don't you have? You still don't have your first paying clients. That's not a tech problem. That's a client problem. And that's why in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do if I had to start from zero again with just HighLevel and land my first clients. You see, I'm going to cover the one simple offer that I'd sell, the daily actions that I'd take, and how I'd wire it all up inside of HighLevel so that it's trackable and repeatable. That sounds useful? Stick with me. Now, most people secretly believe once I get the right software, clients will magically appear. Now, HighLevel is amazing, but it doesn't cause clients. It only captures and converts them. Now, right now, if you're watching this, you're probably in this particular situation. You can click around HighLevel, you've watched some tutorials, your account looks busy, but your calendar is empty. Now, from a money model perspective, you still don't have money. You're in stage one, the get cash and attraction offers. You see, you need to focus on getting customers for less. You don't need a complex SaaS empire. You need a few humans to say yes and have them pay you. So we're going to stop pretending this is a tooling issue and treat it for what it really is. You need a simple way to get your first 5 clients fast. So here's the game in one line. One simple offer plus 100 daily actions and HighLevel in order to organize it. That's it. Now, the rule of 100 says that you need to do 100 daily actions per day for 100 days, and you will get more engaged leads. Now, for you, that means to perform 100 warm or cold reach outs per day, all pointed to a single clear offer and tracked inside of a HighLevel pipeline. That's it. So let's build the offer first, and then we'll plug into HighLevel. You see, your avatar for this offer is going to be probably one of these, and I encourage you to just select one of these and move with it. Again, you want to choose a cleaning company, contractors in your area, realtors, gyms, perhaps other local service-based businesses that you see that have storefronts in your area. And maybe some coaches or some mentors or advisors. Reach out. That's who you're going to serve. Simply pick one, right? And it doesn't matter which one it is, no more than 2. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to promise this to them. This is how you're going to start. I'll install a basic lead system in HighLevel for you, and we'll run it together for 30 days. That's the way it works. Now, why does this work from a promise standpoint? Well, this is where the value equation comes in. You see, we're going to focus on the dream outcome. We're emphasizing the likelihood of success. We're going to reduce the time risk, and we're going to explain the effort. So, for example, when we're talking about the dream outcome is more leads, more booked appointments, right? That's the goal there. Then the likelihood is that you're going to do it with them, not hand them logins, right? And additionally, when it comes to the time factor, they're going to see results and activity within 14 to 30 days. That's what we're promising. And then the effort is they mainly show up while you handle the tech setup. All right. That's pretty powerful when you think about what we're promising here. And then for your first 5 clients, you can then stack additional risk reversals. For example, you can charge a low implementation fee or even a pay as you want, really in exchange for a couple things. You see, your goal is to get them to give you a detailed testimonial and then to ask for permission to use the numbers as a case study in your marketing. And then a referral to another business owner, if they're happy. You can say something like, I'm building a new system for cleaning businesses. I'm installing it for 5 businesses at my cost in exchange for a testimonial and a case study if it works. Now, if we don't get you more leads or book calls in 30 days, you don't pay. That's pure risk reversal. You're killing their fear of loss, and that's important. Now, let's figure out how to make this into a system and not be just chaos. So let's focus on the pipeline, right? Let's focus on the setup, because you're going to want to start ideally with a snapshot that contains the following components. It needs to have a pipeline with multiple stages, ideally something like leads, conversion startings, booked intro calls, closed once they've gone through that process. And then you want to continue and make sure you include that you've collected the information needed for case studies, because every human you talk to about this offer needs to be collected. And if you DM them and if they reply to a story, they get added to this pipeline, right? Then from there, you want to focus on the funnel. Now, we're going to focus on a minimum funnel. You're going to focus on one simple landing page, maybe with a headline like, "We build a done for you lead to book call system for cleaning businesses using HighLevel." And then you add 3 bullets: what it does, 30-day trial case study angle. You add a button that simply takes them to a HighLevel calendar. That's it. Now, on the calendar, what you can do is then you can limit the availability that you can handle. And then in your automation, you can add additional triggers. For example, when someone books an appointment, they can move that opportunity from one pipeline stage to booked intro call stage, right? So this is important because you want to make sure that the automation moves them forward. Again, if you use a snapshot, many of the snapshots already do this for you. So that's the goal. Then your nurturing workflows are going to be important. You want to have a couple of workflows. For instance, you want to have a lead follow-up workflow where the goal there is, when they submit for information, or they add their contact to the ad pipeline, your goal is to send them texts and messages asking them if they got your info. What's their website or their Instagram link, right? Collect more information. Additionally, in their email, you can restate the offer as well as a link to the booking link, especially like if, for the instance, they can continue in booking on the calendar. And then in step 3, after 3 to 5 days of gentle follow-ups, really until they book or they say no, then you want to tag it, right? Because that's kind of the goal. So you want nurturing as part of your process. And then from there, you want to focus on reputation management workflows where you're going to collect their testimonials and their feedback on the service. This becomes very important, right? Again, what you're doing right out the gate is you're building reputation, and reputation is what you're going to use to get you moving ahead, right? So you're going to take all those responses that you collect and you're going to build a proof page and add that to your funnel landing page, right? That way you build a proof empire and a page full of testimonials that really reflect the service that you're providing, especially for that cleaning business, for example. Okay, so you're going to be adding that. Hey, quick heads up for my HighLevel people. Right now, it's Cyber Week, and HighLevel is doing a limited time upgrade deal for existing users. So if you're on the starter unlimited plan, you can upgrade your plan at up to 50% off for the next 3 months and unlock more automation, more accounts, and more power inside the exact system you're already using. And if you use my link to upgrade, I'll also give you free access to GHL Money Labs Premium. That's my private community with HighLevel powered $100 million playbook implementation courses, weekly workshops, and a one-on-one troubleshooting and strategy call so we can dial this in together. Now, if you use my affiliate link to start or upgrade your HighLevel subscription, I will get a commission that helps fund me bringing more information like this to you while getting you access to all the tools that I use to run my business. So if you're ready to upgrade at some point anyway, do it this week while it's discounted and you get all the bonus support. So just click the link near this video that says unlock 50% off plus GHL Money Labs Premium. Log into HighLevel and upgrade your plan before the Cyber Week deadline. Then from there, your next step is where most people simply tap out. And that's the rule of 100. Again, it's not 100 messages over 6 weeks. It's 100 actions per day. And so here that is how that's going to look for you. You're going to build a warm list, ideally composed of your network. This is where you go over your own contacts, old coworkers, friends, past bosses, local owners that you know already. And you want to import them into HighLevel as warm prospects. And then every day you're going to do 100 reach outs to that warm list. Now that 100 reach outs can be done a couple of different ways. You're looking at about 60 to 80 that end up being truly warm, and the rest can be cold, right? Now, when you're focusing on the cold side, you're going to focus on perhaps local businesses, perhaps using HighLevel's prospecting tool. You're going to look at niche lists that might be out there, Instagram, LinkedIn, and then your goal is to create simple DMs and email scripts. So let's going to go ahead and look something like this, right? It's going to be something like, hey, Nick, quick one for you. I'm building a new powered system that takes leads and turns them into book calls for cleaning businesses. I'm setting up for 5 businesses at my cost in exchange for testimonial and case study if it works. Do you or anyone you know might be interested in getting more book calls and leads right now? That's it. That's your script. Then what happens next? Well, you log it all in HighLevel. You see every reply you add to the pipeline. If they don't reply after 3 touches, that's 3 times reaching out to them, then simply tag your contact in HighLevel as not responsive and move on. Okay. Then from there, you track your scorecard. Now remember, your scorecard is, did I hit 100 actions today? It is not measured by, did I close a client today? Now, you repeat this process for 30 to 100 days, and it becomes very hard to stay at 0 clients. You see the picture? All right, that's the goal. All right. So if you're on HighLevel and still clientless, this is the path. 1 simple offer, 1 pipeline, 3 basic workflows, 100 outreach actions per day. And if you want help wiring all of this in, seeing real examples and getting feedback on your offer, that's exactly what we do inside my community, GHL Money Labs, where we go deep on different offers for HighLevel agencies. We go into lead systems, and the exact workflows I use in my own accounts, I'll be sharing with you. So if you want to stop being a person with simply a HighLevel login and start being a person with HighLevel clients, click the link in the description, join GHL Money Labs, and post first 5 inside the community so I know to send you the resources for this play. Now I'll see you in there.